G'day guys, welcome back to the channel for another adventure in the outback of Australia. Something a little different this week on this week's adventure in the outback. I'm exploring these old buildings out here just outside Tennant Creek, and it's the Tennant Creek Telegraph Station. So yeah, thought I'd come out here and explore it, give you some history about the place, and maybe get some afternoon light. See what kind of images I can come away with. But we'll talk about the photography side after the history lesson. So let's go. So just around the facade of this building, they've made this fly screen netting, which is quite handy to film in. Outside I'm getting absolutely attacked by flies, so it's a nice reprieve to come in here and do some filming. So after John Macdonald Stuart's successful crossing of the continent in 1862, he had set the groundwork for an overland telegraph station, which stretched over 3,200 kilometres from Adelaide all the way to Darwin. And the purpose of this overland telegraph line was to connect Australia with its motherland, England, or the UK. So this was the only way they could contact the outside world back then, was a telegraph station. Telegraph lines running all the way up the middle of Australia, up to Darwin, and then they could talk to the rest of the world. And like I said, mainly the UK, England. So the construction of the telegraph line started in 1870 and finished in 1872. So the original telegraph station was just timber, and then about, I think it was 20 years later after it was built, they quarried local sandstone and made these permanent buildings, which you see standing here today. So Tennant Creek Telegraph Station is only about 11k north out of the town of Tennant Creek, and the actual town of Tennant Creek wasn't actually built until 1925, I think it was, when in this location a linesman working, he actually discovered gold out in a little dry riverbed just behind the buildings here. And yeah, once he discovered gold, I think he gave up his job here as a linesman. And then the town was built in 1925, huge gold rush, everyone came into Tennant Creek. It's one of the largest gold deposits in Australia. To this day you can still dry pan the area out here and find gold. So yeah, very significant area for early gold miners. So once the buildings were erected permanently with the sandstone and the telegraph line up and running, the route between Adelaide and Darwin, these buildings played an important role for resupplies for people travelling on horse and cart, I guess, and camel too. Would stop in these places. Like I said, they're apart every 250 kilometres. They'd stop here, resupply, get food, water, might even stay a couple of nights, and then move on their way to Darwin up north, or vice versa, coming south on their way to Adelaide. These were very important outposts for the colonial people travelling up and down the middle of Australia, lifesavers. And that brings me to the photography side of this video. Shooting this is a first for me, to be honest. I don't think in any one of my vlogs I've ever shot architecture, but I was hoping for some nice clouds over the actual structure of the building. Typical landscape photography, that's what I wanted to go for, but it's not going to happen. Looking outside, we got some nice light, so still kind of a high contrast. I might have to do some black and white images of the buildings. Or maybe some more intimate shots, maybe get close up to the windows or doors, or some of these outbuildings here. And then the back might make some nice images in the afternoon light, who knows. It's a first for me. It's going to be interesting to see how I tackle this. I know down the side of I think it's the main building, there's a beautiful white, I'm not sure if it's a ghost gum or a scrubby gum, but against the red against the red sandstone, it looks really nice, real classic colonial looking Australian image. So I might go and venture over there and take that image. And I got these two white buildings outside. I think they were to hold meats and what have you. They sort of go down underground where it's about 20 degrees cooler, which they probably stored some meats or dry goods back in the early 1900s. And yeah, just see what kind of light I get this afternoon. It's about half an hour till sunset, so probably walk handheld with my camera around and see what kind of images I come up with. And then yeah, I'll talk you through the images if I get some nice ones. So let's get out there and get some. So I'm just going to walk around handheld just for now. I really like these white buildings. This white and green against the landscape looks really nice. So I might work these buildings first, walk around, and see what kind of images I also like it with this gum tree in the front here. So let's see what I can come away with. I don't think it's going to be anything too So there's a tree I'm talking about, ghost gum I believe, against the colonial building. Looks really nice. There's a lot of cloud on the horizon. I think it would have looked nicer with the sunlight hitting it and lighting up the sandstone nice and red, but I can always come back and take this image. I only live 10 minutes from here. Yeah, absolutely classic looking Australian image, this one. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful old building. Might take one from the front now. Whew. Still warm. It's probably in about, I don't know, I'm taking a guess, 38 degrees. It was 43 today, so it has dropped a little bit, but still pretty warm out here. All right, I'm gonna go around the front, see what other images from the facade, front of the facade, or the other side I can get, but none of these are going to be award winning. It's just come out here, do a bit of a history lesson, and get some images of these buildings. Whew. Let's go around the front. Wow guys, a lot of wildlife out here. Saw a big lizard before, didn't get to take a photo of them. Lots of galahs. Gorgeous, gorgeous sky back that way, and getting some nice pink hues this way. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Just about getting out, exploring the new area. History lesson on these buildings. Don't know what the images are like, to be honest with you. Like I said, I'm not an expert in architectural man-made objects, but I gave it a go. That's what it's about. Hey, so thanks for coming along, guys. I'm gonna do a little bit more exploring just before the sun goes down. Yeah, if I get any more good images, I'll chuck them up. Yeah, so thanks for coming along. Like I said, have a good week, guys, and leave a comment if you're new, passing through. Consider subscribing, and yeah, I'm just gonna, like I said, see if I can get any more images. This nice pink hues behind me here. Some water towers back there. But yeah, have a good week, guys. See you later.